Ah, the issue of government arrest, yes, government may arrest people if they feel that they are causing trouble. Yes, police can arrest and they can even try, even in the course of a demonstration. When demonstration turns violent, the government has a duty to protect lives and property. That is as far as it can go. Those individuals will have to be charged on a different for different reasons under the law. But when a government comes out to say you are arraigning demonstrators for terrorism, I mean the government in that instance has turned itself into a terror state. That is the truth. Because they are now criminalizing democracy. And one wonders what democracy will be if it will not accommodate protest, dissent, conscientious objection, and at the same time civil disobedience. These are the planks on which the institution of democracy is rested. So, I mean, yeah, that is without prejudice to other structures of democracy like the parliament, the cabinet, the judiciary. Indeed, any official, any elected official or appointed official, be it governor, be it minister, be it government spokespersons, special aides, media, media assistants, governors that speaks against demonstration is guilty of treason because the very idea of dissent is the basis by which their offices is validated. Yes, government may try to think that by charging those end bad governance demonstrators, you are they are for terrorism. I mean for treason, they are sending necessary signals to future demonstrators or will-be demonstrators. There's such I'm afraid they couldn't get it answers with all the intimidation, harassment, and killing. I use killing or massacre in the most with all due respect, because these are the part of the reports of the Commission of Inquiry set up by a state government in the affected state that there were cases of a massacre. If that did not dissuade people from protesting against hunger, and it's unfortunate that the government itself is living in denial by instead of addressing the issues of hunger, dehumanization by reducing the value of life of the people through its own policies, the policies that are put in place to satisfy foreign institutions, perhaps for personal benefits of the president himself, because I do not see how any government or any president will be comfortable with the level of poverty in the land. Today, to go to Ibadan from Lagos by a private car owner will need 40,000 to go and return. That's even more than the minimum wage we're talking about. So for me, I would rather. I mean, you can't criminalize democracy. To do that is to is to remove the essence of democracy. Then we can then think of resorting to the state of nature, because part of the things we surrendered to the Leviathan are the rights to life, rights to opinion, rights to do as we will wish to do. Unfortunately, if everybody acts in the same way as they deem fit as under the state of nature in which we were, philosophers have told us that we were before the creation of civil society under a social contract. Still, even when we surrender those rights, we didn't surrender the right to life, the right to liberty, the right to freedom under guided law. And under the terms of liberty, the right to protest was never compromised. But it's so embarrassing. I'm sure people in the in the international community will just be laughing at us that what kind of people do we have here? I mean, accusing people who gave you sufficient notice that they were going to be on the streets to protest the prevailing situation of hunger in the country. They didn't catch the government by surprise. And what did we have? We didn't care to address the issues for which those demonstrations were going to be staged. What we had was that every institution of instruments of coalition, I mean cohesion, were being deployed. You had the DSS, you had the security agencies, you had the National Intelligence Agency, you had the police, you had government spokesman telling us, oh, how demonstrators have decided to remove the government unconstitutionally. Meanwhile, he never told us that there were catches of arms and ammunition somewhere that you have discovered. The Special General Police came and their intelligence has told them. I mean, this is childish. We shouldn't reduce government and governance template to this kind of situation that we witness. Now, haven't with the demonstration haven't taken place and partly successful because you could see government panicking with all manner of Jankara injunctions being sorted by some state governors or, I mean, take the case of the federal secretariat where we suddenly just had the same where they could not go beyond that certain boundary, blah, 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 blah. And then the administrator of the minister of federal capital territory was addressing people and calling people who are going to demonstrate as armed robbers. And in decent society, that guy ought to have been fired for giving the president of the country a bad name. He's a poor ambassador. He's a poor representative of what the government should stand for. I mean, we don't. It is not done. It is not right. Well, we could see it's possible that we could see the government trying to walk back by granting them bail. But what kind of judges also impose such bail condition of 30 million for each person? And after some 2 or 3 weeks of languishing in jail, up till this moment, there have been no tangible evidence that can be empirically validated by independent people, the media, to say, oh, this is the warehouse where they were preparing to launch their insurrection to topple the government of the day out. I mean, no one. And what did we witness? We saw people that has been in business in the last 10 years who had schools, who have been running their schools, running their bookshop, being accused of terrorist financing, even to the extent of the NLC president being accused of terrorism financing. I mean, it's so the offense of the guy who runs the Briton who runs the bookshop, and I mean, it's because his shop is in the within the premises of the NLC secretariat. Meanwhile, the guy left the country in the course of the protest. You waited for him to have left the country, and that is 20 hours when you arrested his aides that you kept in your custody under the inhuman condition that you like declare he wanted. Who does that? Of course, you didn't want to face it. The government didn't want to face any embarrassment by picking up the Briton. Now you are declaring wanted and you want, and I could listen to a channel on our media stations asking the guy to come to return and clear his name. Who will come back when the person you arrested was under inhuman? You are dishumanizing, torturing, sleeping on bare floor. So the guy should also come and join his aide, the shopkeeper, to explain the same thing. 70-plus-year-old person. We are not serious. We keep giving the country a terrible name to the extent that when you travel out of this country now and you present your passport, you are a Nigerian and people just have pity for you that you were coming from a jungle. No, I would rather, in fact, it is the government itself that should be charged for treason for imposing such hardship on the Nigerian people. I mean, where the government policies are made for the citizens. Citizens are not the one to endure a policy option. If a policy isn't working, for goodness sake, rejig it. Think outside the box. The essence of governance is the welfare and happiness of the people. You don't come and tell me like the surgeon that the surgery is successful but the patient died. Then why didn't we just then leave the patient to die and leave it to chance that the patient may live or die without the surgery? Every surgeon that goes into the theater with a scalpel didn't go there so that the patient can die and he can briefly announce that the police, like the governor, like the president did in China, defending his bold policies that leave the country in tatters. I do not. No one can be happy under this dispensation. Thank you.